I want to share with you a beautiful, beautiful insight from the Shem Yishmuel on Parshas Seitzei. Torah tells us about the Ben Sorer Mora, the wayward son. He does not listen. He doesn't listen to his father, to his mother. He's gluttonous, he steals, he's a drunkard. And he's brought in front of the elders, and in the end he's stoned to death. Why is such a severe punishment warranted for these kinds of actions? So Chazal explained that he isn't punished because of what he has done already, but he's punished for what he is going to do. Al Shem Sofo. He's on a destructive path for the future, and it's better that he be punished now when he's more innocent than when he's guilty, Rahman al-Islam, of worse things later on. And it's with that brief background that the Gemara in Sanhedrin Daf Pei Ches Amud Aleph raises the following question: can his parents be mochel? Can his parents forgive him for what he has done, the fact that he hasn't listened to them? And thereby, would they be able to save him? Does the forgiving help and rescue him from the fate at the hands of the court? But how can their mechila possibly help? Think about it for a moment. How can their mechila help, asks the Shem Yishmuel. The reason that he is punished is Al Shem Sofo. It's not for what he did already. It's for what he's going to do in the future. So how can they be mochel? How can the parents forgive in advance for what hasn't happened yet? He's being punished for what's going to happen in the future. He's going to be punished for the impact that he will ultimately have on other people. What is the mechil of the parents? How could it possibly? How can the Gemara even have a hava amina? How can the Gemara even entertain the possibility that this mechila would work? And the Shem Yishmuel answers beautifully. He says, when a person is completely disconnected from his or her roots, then the possibility of change, the possibility of tshuva is unlikely. But once the Ben Sorer Umora has distanced himself from his parents, and his parents have now distanced themselves from him, it's going to be that much worse. But if we end up in a situation in which the parents are mochel, in which the parents, no matter what, maintain that connection, they forgive him, that raises the possibility that the sof is not going to be what we imagine right now it is going to be. What happens if they retain that condition? Not only retain it, but they have this unconditional love for this child who's right now in a very bad place. Why should that impact what we're going to do in the future? That's exactly the point. The Gemara is teaching us the power of unconditional love, says the Shem Yishmuel. True, the parents cannot forgive what will happen. They can't forgive what's going to happen to somebody else, and it's certainly not something that has not happened yet, something which is in the future. However, the very act of forgiving and telling the child, listen, we are here. We're not in the same place. We may even disagree with what is going on right now, but we love you no matter what. We love you no matter what. That can change the future. Is it easy? Is it comfortable? No. The parents can still be disappointed in the moment, but that love that they have for their child is enough that certitude that there's going to be a sof, which is so different than what they imagine that he should deserve to be punished right now, that disappears. They've reconnected him to the Jewish people through their love. The power of unconditional love is immense. It's an essential part of our most fundamental relationships, and it preserves the connection. And when it preserves the connection with the family, it's the glue that can hold things together even in the most difficult situations. And certainly it's not limited to familiar relationships. We have a mitzvah of Ahavas Yisrael, of loving our fellow Jew. There is no way to quantify the immense power that relating to others with love, with a good morning, with a hello, with how are you, with concern, is to other people. And we're the ones who ultimately will reap the benefits. That's the message of the Shem Yishmuel of the Ben Sorer Mora. Al Shem Sofo, he's nidon because he's going to be cut off. But if the parents can be mochel, if we can figure out how to hold people close to us, even when they're going through difficult times, even when we disagree with them, even when it's so difficult, then we have the opportunity. It's not a guarantee, but we at least have ensured that path is not guaranteed. We've been able to pull them a little bit closer. And once we maintain that relationship, then hopefully through that love, through our tefillos, through our connections, and through the efforts that we put in, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help us bring that person back, will help us elevate the people around us, and help that our tshuva and whatever it is that we do and that we're encouraging others to do will be complete, and we'll all be zocha to a ksiva v'chasima tova.